All right. Hi, everybody. Today's instructional video will be on the information literacy research skills that we want our students to learn, emphasizing ethics and grade appropriate research. Some of the questions we want to answer today. We want to do grade appropriate strategies for students to discover accurate, relevant, and quality information on the internet. Another question would be the techniques for evaluating the quality and credibility of the websites they use and other online resources. First thing we'll look at is relevance. The information, the level of importance of it is to our particular purpose of research, or is it explicitly stated in the information we get or data? That is also relevant. Accuracy, the extent to which information contains factual and updated details that can be verified by consulting either an alternative website or looking further into the primary source of the author and establishing whether or not they have extensive credibility or accuracy in what they've done in the past. Another topic for us to think about is a bias perspective. Is the author's position, is it only slanted in one way? Is it more robust than that? In other words, he takes in other thoughts and it's actually expressing them more than just one way. Reliability, the information level or trustworthiness based on information that the author is publishing. Once we determine some of those things, next thing we want to do is we want to model and practice what we want our students to learn. We need to make time in order to do this correctly. We need to lay it out and figure it out. We have many different ways of doing this. If you have a Promethean board or smart board, if you have overhead that you can use, any one of these can be a way in which you use to demonstrate or show the students how you want to do this. You can look up a few websites and show them, okay, how do I verify and refute this online information from this author? You can check a secondary website. You can check some of their works. And you can investigate the author's credentials through that website or their publishings. You can also look at detected biases within whatever they publish. And you can see if this is a common practice in the data or resources of a website that you continue to can only view. And what you ultimately want is you want multiple perspectives if you combine it in certain research, so it makes it more credible and not just really generic on one person's view. And that's not what you're trying to do, is just get a one person's view. I'll close with a couple of strategies that we can use to fit the students' needs and refine their abilities to critically conduct when they do online research. First thing you want to express to them is this site relevant to my needs or purpose for my research? What purpose does this site bring? Is it something that is helpful? Is it, not a biased or slanted perspective? Is it factual information or is it generic information? Who created this information? Was this person's level of expertise up to the ability to actually post or print or put out this information? Do they know what they know? And how up to date is this site? A lot of people tell you don't want to use WikiLeaks or Wikipedia. Those sites are controlled by other people, and they can definitely change the information within them, which is something you don't want. Another thing is you want to see, again, if there's multiple perspectives, is there more than just simple information? You need to get as much as you can in order to make a well-rounded research. Can you get images, additional information for other authors? Let's see. And can you connect through your questions and your interpretation of the data that you're finding? A third question that we want to answer is the copyright and fair use policy. Purpose is to make sure the material used is only for the specific needs of education. In other words, you're not recreating this to sell as your own idea, or your students, which I don't think anybody's shooting for. Nature of the work. The only portion of the work relevant to the educational resource or objectives. And it's used in the classroom setting, as we mentioned before. Instructors should be able to distribute copies of this information. Normally, most of us only collect the paperwork or whatever's given to us, grade it, give feedback, and that's about where it lies. Amount of work. It's a material used in the class generally limited to brief works. In other words, from an article, from maybe a chapter of a book, or someone's study, whatever that might be. And the effect. Instructor considering copying harms. In other words, are you copying, plagiarizing someone's work? In other words, is it all in your wording? Are you giving them credit, either through APA or MLA style? Like it's done in most colleges, high schools, and other places as such. And these are good things to build those skills for those students as well, so that even though they're only in 6th grade, if you start early enough, they'll gain those abilities. That's pretty much all I have for right now. Any questions? I'll take them at the end. Thank you.